It's all over. Hi, I'm Sanique. The Soca Massive sleeping off happy memories of Carnival 2019, culminating last Sunday with the Road March. Our review with an adults-only rating.
Hey, party mash up again. Hey, hey, girl them bubbling. Hey, hey, bring all your friend them. Hey, 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 yeah. Party mash up again. Hey, hey, girl them bubbling. Hey, hey, bring all.
Last Friday at Mass Camp before costumes take center stage. Bacchanal Juve, a dance-driven warm-up for the Road March.
Spiff, spiff, spiff. Everybody singing. Oh, we don't have no behavior.
Lord Jesus, the music, feel good music.
Cross the border.
Sort of says it all. The soca beat the cannabis of Carnival. Euphoria flooding through the fete.
Everybody's as one, no worries, no stress, no attitudes. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Fine, fine, yo, Holland pull up. Mash it, fine, 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 every man.
It's just the vibes and the love, and that makes soca.
That's mash up. Fine, fine, fine.
It's official, it's authentic. Calypso, soca, dancehall, it don't matter. We from the Caribbean.
Moving every with me.
Listen, no, man, on the alcohol, so don't bother me.
When Jamaicans come out to party, they come out to party, they're not stush.
Michelle Montana with more of a grey beard in 2019, but still a powder keg of energy. For him, sheer enjoyment, what it's all about.
You know, you always have time to talk about the issues, but soca music is a time to put the issues aside and unite and forget your problems, you know, and elevate and love and be free.
Free to blur lines, as between dancehall and soca.
And if I could reach out to the dancehall audience, and the dancehall audience could reach out to the soca audience, then we have a bigger audience.
A bigger audience, better business, according to the Soca King.
And it was through me mixing dancehall with some of my soca that I was able to even capture a younger audience and introduce them to soca music, and it helped me, it influenced how I made my music. And this is what soca is today, something that embraces all cultures. The dancehall is very close to the soca these days. So you have dancing songs like from Ding Dong, and you have the whining songs and the jumping songs from soca. So it's best of the both worlds, but I think there is something unique about Jamaica Carnival. They have their own structure, their own way.
Bacchanal Juve, big fun, but no making up for the colour and spectacle of the Road March. Beauties with baubles leading the way, bar none.
So I'm out in Carnival searching, recruiting new talents, new females for my body bar, and I am Jamaica's king of body bars.
Rays of sparkly light bringing a fantasy element to the crazy carnival season.
Excuse the sweat, the sun is very hot, but I'm in Jamaica and I'm on the road with my favorite band, Bacchanal Jamaica, for Carnival in Jamaica 2019. We're going to have an absolutely fabulous time.
A fabulously unself-conscious Racine Williams about to take flight. And clearly travelling light. ER saying no to carnival shaming, but, well, good vibes all the way. Jamaica more and more self-confident in interpreting carnival in its own way. Knutsford Boulevard bristling with uptown gladiators and winded Wonder Woman. They know the ropes. I know, kinda strange. Amidst high crime and on and off states of emergency, nice to take in scenes of harmless, if not entirely wholesome, fun. The Road March trucking, picking up steam and numbers along the way.
I love costumes. Why aren't you in costume?
people.
Yeah. If they can lower their price, especially for the younger people in university who can't afford such things, it would be more inclusive for everybody.
The food, the vibes, the music, the people, everyone's amazing. It's a good time.
Everybody should come to Jamaica for Carnival. It's the best!
I like it very much!
Love it! Love it!
First Carnival in Jamaica. You guys got it down.
We just showing them that we do it better than everybody else.
Jamaica should be behind us, and I think that Exodus should be behind us. I think that all of us should be one carnival. That's what we're going to tell Jamaica. Thank you.
Soca splits a sight to behold, and Naughty Trinis almost stealing the show. The unavoidable separation between us and them, the annual takeaway from Carnival Day. Unblocking the street parade, a task for the future. Ropes or no ropes, however, Carnival here to stay, with a decidedly Jamaican character. And that's ER, albeit with limited coverage of the Road March 2019.
Bacchanal all the way, love Bacchanal.
We don't do nothing normal.
Everybody's having a great time. The vibe is unreal. The liquor is flowing. That's how Bacchanal does it.
Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Become something, start to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Become something, start to run with it.
Hello, 911. Hi.
Line up those earplugs. Guinness Sounds of Greatness Season 11 set to ring the alarm across Jamaica.
From a clash, I'm ready. I just love clash.
Fast hands, big mouth, tough tracks.
Load up the place with the bang bang boom.
Selectors in competition. Guinness rolling out another season of Sounds of Greatness. Lighter! 24 sounds ready to ring the alarm. The winner set to bag $1.5 million. Sound culture, a building block of Jamaican dancehall, going way back. No ignoring the deafening decibels. Boom boom and footer hype in the forefront. Hungry newcomers and overlooked vets snapping at their heels.
Long time better than them, man. Boom boom and footer them are from my school.
Chatty chatty, motamasi, mixo, why you not leave people business?
Never stop there, the pass up as a selector down at town.
The role of a selector in a dancehall is to play music for the people to enjoy themselves and to visit the bar and spend money.
Music to Guinness's ear.
Underdogs sometimes pack the biggest punch. I mean, we've seen last year where some, what you would call lightweights, actually packed a heavy punch in knocking out some bigger heavyweights that were a part of Soundclash history, right?
For some sound boys to live, others must die. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Yeah, this year.
It's a lyrical warfare that is happening between some men that you don't even expect so much of. You know, you're seeing some very young sounds, which you'll see in this year's clash, that will come out with they'll come out with their guns blazing, and that's what Guinness Sounds of Greatness is. It's really about the excitement, the explosiveness.
Organizers keen to keep last year's momentum going.
Sound a gooder than all the world we are tell.
We had a man like Bounty Killer that was hosting. We went all across the island, which was a big shift than what we usually do. But this year, trust me, we have something special.
2 additional shows in season 11, up from 5. Different production team at the helm with a proven track record.
Rising stars, kings and queens of dancehall and contender. So we hope that we will bring that kind of energy and that kind of expertise to the show, and we'll have a great season this year.
Guinness is bringing true hardcore, I think, the dancehall back into the communities, and that's also one of our strengths to given our background as well.
That's gonna make it explode and really be exciting.
What we say?
We have people from the UK, we have people from Africa, so dancehall is alive and well all over.
People are dead for sure. They're on the stage hosting it, bring the energy.
and make sure the people enjoy themselves and drink Guinness.
Guinness Sounds of Greatness wrapping at the Red Stripe Oval on Friday, June 28.
You remember when people used to come to a dance and you see them drive over with a TV on top of them roof or a washing machine and so on? Tonight at our launch, we're actually giving away one a TV for every bucket that you buy. So we want people to feel the real authentic dancehall culture. So we're doing that at every show. Instead of just having one host, we're actually having multiple hosts across the shows. We're having entertainers performing all across Jamaica this year. So we have from TJ, which will start the first one, straight back to a man like Monticle, of course, which will do the final.
Some sound a go dead in a combat. 2 ton a dub in a dub box, dub in a the handbag, the knapsack it in a the backpack, with double killer sound pan contacts.
Avengers Endgame, the last installment of a marvelous cinematic series. But does it live up to the hype? Damien Levy has a review.
Avengers Endgame is one of the most awaited films of the year, maybe even the decade. After 2018's Infinity War ended with the snap heard round the world, fans have been eagerly waiting with bated breath for the follow-up to last year's decimating cliffhanger. But it's not just another sequel. Avengers Endgame is the cinematic culmination of 11 years and 22 films. With all that hype, can it possibly meet expectations? In short, yes. Avengers Endgame takes the best parts of several Marvel movies, sometimes literally, and even manages to show you things you've never seen before. The first hour of the film reminds you of why these characters have been so important to so many people. It's not because of the amazing things they can do, but because of how relatable and real they feel. You watch as your heroes are put through the ringer, dealing with the greatest loss they've ever had to face. It's here that the film shows its restraint, and each of the actors earn their paychecks. There have been several superhero movies in the last few years, but none have begged to be taken quite this seriously. In fact, if you walk into the movie at a certain point, you might not even know you're watching one. Those at home may be thinking, I thought this was an action movie. And marvelously, the film is able to have its cake and eat it too. Avengers Endgame is one of the most personal and touching superhero movies there is, but it's also one of the most ridiculous, featuring elements that previously only seemed fitting for the pages of a comic book. Not to mention, the movie's final act has some of the most incredible visuals of any blockbuster. It takes the large-scale battle most often seen in fantasy films and injects it into a superhero setting. With all that going on, it manages to create a few incredible moments that Marvel fans simply aren't ready for. I myself lost my voice cheering with the audience at several points near the end. Watching Avengers Endgame is a rewarding experience for Marvel fans and an incredible viewing experience that requires to be seen on the big screen. I give it 9 out of 10 stars. Check me out at Damien Michael Movies. See you next time.